Poland Daily Business Tonight. Death and taxes are certain. We won't talk too much about death tonight, but we will say a few words about taxes, especially because we have a specialist, Maciej Zukowski, Director of Department of the Income Tax Department in the Ministry of Finance. Sir, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Poland is on the top of the list of the international business locations. This is, if Prime Minister says so, Polish ambassador says so, your boss, the Minister of Finance says so, well, this is their jobs to say such a things. But if you open the business newspaper in Southeast Asia and you read that the Poland is on third, on fifth, on second position of the international business in terms of being attractive to the business, this things is serious. And now the question to you is what to do, how to hold those people who come to Poland, who will invest their money, and what should we do to keep them here?
Well, I believe there are several factors on the basis of which Poland seems to be a very attractive place to invest your money. Obviously, cheap and very well-educated workforce, good transportation, perfect location in Europe, the fact that we are a member of the European Union. But amongst of these factors, the taxes play a very important role. First of all, we have very beneficial and not severe tax system if it comes to the rates. 19% of corporate income tax is really very low income if you compare it to the developed Western countries. But also what we're trying to do is to attract the modern technologies in order to be anchored in Poland and obtain the income from that intellectual property sold by the Polish company. What we did, it's so-called IP box, where basically the income derived from your patent, from your legally protected intellectual right, would be subject only to 5%, which is close to nothing, of a corporate income tax. And this law has been announced last year. It kicked in from 2019. We also get the blessing from the OECD, which basically told us that we are not tax haven if it comes to this particular solution. So it's legal to use that solution for the companies worldwide. And we basically are trying to open the door, giving the good conditions, the good tax conditions for the business to grow in our country. And I'm very happy about it.
Right. We hear about the tax exemptions for those who invest in Poland. We hear about lots of options that are available. The question is how to attract those who bring the value-added production, value-added services to the local economy.
Exactly. So as I mentioned, the IP box is one of the ways. Another solution is special economic zones. Last year, I had the privilege to participate in that legislation, which basically opened the whole Poland as a special economic zone for entrepreneurs bringing the ideas to start the business in Poland, and they basically tax exempt up to the level of their investment. Obviously, this exemption varies from the perspective of a location where the business is put in place. The less privileged, more underdeveloped areas bring you more tax advantage. If you invest in Warsaw on very heavy industry place, then obviously you may look for the other solution for example, mentioned IP box.
Okay. Let us say a few words about the Polish taxation system, because the Polish state is providing very ambitious, large-scale social projects. This money has to come from the taxes, and it is. We know that the liberal governments are being especially merciless when the tax of money, when the question comes to the tax money, and so how to solve this? Tax people, but not to kill the economical investment of working, having a business in the country like Poland.
Probably we would need to follow the idea of Mr. Smith, who said that you have to shave the sheep, but not to the skin. So basically, the reasonable approach is highly recommended. On the other hand, we still live in the era of so-called BEPS, which is the action of the OECD, and it constitutes base erosion and profit shifting program. So basically, it tries to stop the aggressive tax optimization, which at the end of the day is placed in the tax havens. So we have to be very careful with this aggressive structures, but on the other hand, for the honest business, you need to give them honest rules and not very demanding rates. And I hope we are good in keeping that balance. So I believe our system is quite complicated, but that's the same case everywhere worldwide. I don't know any tax system which is easy and friendly because of so many conditions to be met. But I do believe that our system is fair, and for the honest entrepreneur, it shouldn't bring any problems.
So we still advise everyone to come to Poland and start a business or put your money in our economy, because you will be taxed in a fair way. Is that a good point to that?
Yeah, and that's basically a good business, to put the money in that economy.
Cool. Thank you very much, Mr. Maciej Zukowski, Income Tax Department Director of the Ministry of Finance of Republic of Poland. Sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
And that was it for tonight's Poland Daily Business.